Hi. So I have a new trick that I'm using that has been very, very effective for me that I'm going to share. Okay, this is one of my new tools. Now, even though I am a professional word of the dayer, I spent part of New Year's Eve dancing the tango, and yes, I did have 2 glasses of prosecco. It's true. And my friend Wayne, who's one of my dance partners, said to me, he said, "Marilyn, what is the thing that you think that you need, that you have the least of in your thinking?" He's a very genius guy and statistician. And he said, "So what do you think you have the least of?" And I thought, that's a really great question. I ask you the question. And what I came up with was the word perspective. And I don't think I'm different than everybody else. And I said, perspective. And Wayne said, "Well, you seem like a very sensible person to me. Where do you lack perspective?" And I thought about it, and I, of course, didn't have an answer because he always asks real questions. And the next morning I woke up on New Year's Day, and in my word of the day circle, because I personally think that the best way to do the practice is to keep a notebook next to your bed with the circles pre-drawn, because then you just do it. The mind likes to fill holes. And the word I wrote was context. And I thought, okay, now that's a little more specific than perspectives. Perspectives kind of general. And I thought, well, okay, I'm involved with, writing my new book about self-trust, and this is what I'm teaching. Maybe I need to have some context for my own lack of self-trust. What am I not seeing? Heal thyself, right? And it hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm sorry to use a cliche, but there you go. It really was kind of one of those aha moments. I could have had a V8, all that stuff. And the insight was that I don't evaluate my own performance accurately. I am never enough. I am literally never enough. And I completely forgot about it. We went out to lunch, and my fortune cookie at lunch, it was a Chinese meal, was blank. And I thought, okay, here's an opportunity for me to make up my fortune of the year. Okay, whatever I come up with. And so what came into my mind is this: you are enough. I'll say it again, you are enough. And I wrote it on my notebook. I write it all over the place, and what I'm finding, even though it's only the beginning of January, is that is really working for me. And that's a place, and the result of that, and why it's important to, again, achieve self-trust, and now we're talking about honesty and an honest evaluation of how you're doing, is because I think that maybe I have sold myself short for many years, because I have always downplayed whatever I've accomplished, and it's never enough. Come from one of those families, if you got the A, how come you didn't get the A+? I'm sure a lot of us have that experience. So what I'm doing that I'm going to share that I recommend is that whenever I have to make a decision about something that has to do with my work or something outside myself, I'm going to ask myself, how is this lack of perspective and this lack of accurate assessment of myself impairing my making a better decision? So if you find this interesting, come join me on my webinars, on the various websites I'm on. Get the newsletter, buy the book, and come to a webinar. All right, I'll see you on the next video.